Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's vlog will be continuation of the previous vlog. In previous vlog, we have discussed what is the salary benefits of working in Qatar in the government hospital as a healthcare professional. In today's vlog, we'll be continuing that and discussing what is the professional development opportunities in Qatar, what is the work culture over there, and at last, what is the management support you can expect there in Qatar. And also we'll be throwing some light on disadvantages because I have been talking about most of the advantages, but there are some disadvantages and that will focus in this vlog. In Qatar, when I was working there, there were 41 different nationalities were working, and total population of Qatar was 2.8 million at that time. I know this data because I was doing research work as well. I was publishing papers, whatever project I was doing there. So that's why I know the data well, and I remember still that because I work on that. So and then people were from in Qatar in the hospital where I was working. My day-to-day interactions were mostly around 18 to 20 new nationalities, and people were there to work and do their level best. So even though we're from different countries, we have different language, we have different culture, but everybody is expatriates there, mostly in the hospital in the health sector. So our work, our we know that we are there to work. We are there to, if we don't know the work, we need to learn and do the work. And we are everybody was very supportive. Those who are outside, no, those who are expatriates, and the intention was to just finish the work and get the best results. So that is really good. There were some exceptions, and obviously it is there in every sector, but it's not that much because there is a performance management plan in Qatar. So everybody works for the upliftment of their performance. So it was not big issue that I faced there in terms of work culture. So I worked there for 8.5 years, and I never had any issue related to workforce. Everybody was very helpful. Everybody was helping each other, um, and just just get it done. That was the mentality over there. So if you are looking for really a diverse, inclusive workforce, I think Qatar is the best place for that. And also would like to mention that because I'm talking about workforce, so uh, those who join Qatar in government sector, very less people leave that job because the Qatar government really respect people. They pay well. They take care of the families and they take care of the air tickets every year. And also, if you get promotion and if you climb the career ladder, they may pay the education fees of your kids, school fees of your kids up to certain amount. So that's additional benefits to work in Qatar. And again, end of services was also there. So and while you're working there, your health is completely free. When you go to the hospital, everything, all MRI scan, CT scan, top, any investigation, any medication, everything is free there. So that was really good. So not only you, your entire family was covered there, and they give treatment to the staff like they are treating VIP. So everything was really very good. So it's not like because you are staff, so it will be second treatment for you or something like that. No, it was same as other people. So we were it was top notch healthcare for all the employees who are working in the government sector. So that's additional benefits, and that's why people don't want to leave Qatar. And someone like me has left, but I will talk about that in the next vlog why I left Qatar. So this is about the diverse workforce and inclusiveness. So next one in the section is supportive management and team. So I talked about the team earlier, but having good manager is also very important, and I was very fortunate in that aspect because my all my managers, three managers I worked with while I was in Qatar, and all of them were from the Western countries, and they really helped me. They really pushed me to to do something and progress in career. So my first line manager where I was appointed in the ward was from UK, and he was very strict and at the same time, but he was also very encouraging and motivating. And he told me to do some quality improvement projects, and I did that in the ward. and I also used to conduct some interview education for the nurses. I also run the journal club in my unit, and also facilitate some session for the entire hospital staff. So that helped me to get attention from the management, and they understood that okay, this guy really want to do something. And also I used to publish my quality improvement projects in our newsletter, hospital newsletter, and newsletter goes to everyone, you know that. So the executive officers used to read that, and then okay, so then when I went for interview, it was easy to crack those interviews because of all the work that I had, all the groundwork I had done, did it before attending interview, and then I got promotion. So what I'm trying to say, like here, the management was also really good. And my second line manager, when I got promotion, my second line manager also was from UK. And he is professor at present. He is in UK, and he was really motivating me to go for higher education in London. I was really trying hard for that, but because of certain challenges, I couldn't do it. But under his leadership, I learned about academic writing. I learned more about research. So because he was professor, and I could publish some papers in international journals with high impact factor, and that really helped me to get advantage over others in any interviews thereafter. And after that, my next line manager was from Australia. She's fabulous. She's very supportive. She's very motivating, and I am in touch with all my line managers earlier. When I work in Qatar, I'm in touch with all my line managers, and she also helped me to, because I was reporting to her as she was executive director. So she really helped me to to how to organize the departmental reports and so on. So if you see the supportive management, it is really very good place to work. There is no politics. People don't want to push you down, they want to lift you up. But it depends on you how you respond to that. If sometimes people perceive differently, and if they some managers, if in my case I was fortunate, but in case I'm telling, someone is having different manager and they are not very happy with it, and they feel that there is some problem in interpersonal conflict. So there is a process to complain for that, and the HR will really act on that, because everybody in that country most of the people in that country are expatriates in health sector. So nobody should misuse the power in order to suppress someone. So there is a system to address those concerns, and action will be taken on the person after thorough investigation. So I think for diverse work, for good supportive management and team, I really enjoyed working in Qatar. The last one in the section is technology and procedures used in the hospital. So when I was working in India, I was working in Tier B city. It is a small city, and technology was not that much advanced. So I had limited exposure to the newer technology. And when I went to Qatar, I have seen that everything is top notch there. MRI machines, CT scan machines, ECG machines, and the documentation we used to document on the computers. So that all things I didn't had that much experience back in 2013-14 in India. So it was really good opportunity for me to expose to that new technology, and also the procedures and protocols there were up to the standard of Western countries. So they have taken care of every section in the care of the patient. So when the patient come in, what should be the who should attend him, how the how the patient will get into the hospital, who will transfer them. Every aspect of the care has been sorted out, and the protocols were made for that, and everybody was following the protocol. Having protocol is not important, but working on that, following that is important, and everything was as per protocol there. So that's a really good thing. And I first time in my life I have seen the air ambulance there. So in Qatar they have helicopter in case of emergencies, and it was used very frequently there if there is a road accident, or the patient is little bit far from the hospital. So they used to bring the patient to the hospital through air ambulance. So that was a really very something different experience for me. And because of that and then when I when I migrated when I decided to move to Australia, because I was working in Qatar, I did not have much difficult to pass the exams here in Australia, because I already was doing the work up to the standard international standards when I was in Qatar. So that protocol policies what they do there um, are we still follow here. Like the work is most more or less same in Western countries as in Qatar. So we did not have much difficulty to adapt with the new healthcare system in Australia when I landed here. So that is also one of the advantages of working in Qatar as a healthcare professional. So that's about the technology. And also, I think I forgot to mention about the tax-free salary. So in Qatar, there is no tax. If I would have worked in India or any Western country and working in Western country now, so I know how much tax is being deducted. But in Qatar, all money is yours, and there is no restriction that you should spend this much percent of your money salary in the country, and then rest of you should send. No, you can send the entire amount if you could. So everything was tax free. That was really very good, and I really enjoyed being in Qatar. And top of that, it was very close to India. Just 3.5 hours, and I'm in India. It is really very convenient. If 2 3 days off, I used to go like for 2 3 days of like one day going, one day coming, and one day at home. So it was really in emergency case 3 to 4 days are enough to go back to Mumbai and return. But presently it's not possible because I'm in Australia, and if someone is trying to go to London, that also not possible within 3 to 4 days, because one side it will take 14 to 50, 17 hours if you take the direct flight to fly from Australia to India, and if London I think 8 hours. So it's not possible now. So that proximity is really very good, and most of the population in Qatar is from South Asia. So and we don't feel that we are out of India. We don't feel that we are in different country because the food is available there. The culture is similar, mostly similar. More people are from India, so you speak Hindi. If you don't know, if somebody doesn't know English well, he can go and talk in Hindi, and people do understand Hindi there because they watch Bollywood movies. And also, all the food items are available there. For like, if you want to have Hyderabadi biryani, you can have there. If you want to have Maharashtrian food, you can have. If you want to have Kerala food, it is very frequently available there. Number of I know number of hotels I used to go for having Kerala food, also Maharashtrian food, Gujarati food. So we don't miss the culture as we miss in Western countries. So it was really very good from that aspect. So I really enjoyed working in Qatar, and I think yeah, it's a really good place to work. I think if you're getting a chance to work in government hospital in Qatar, and if your package is good, I don't know what is the current package, but if your package is good, I think you should seriously consider to move there. But again, your circumstances might be different. This is my subjective experience, so I'm just revealing. I'm just giving you some insight. What's the life there in Qatar? But it's personal experience, so everybody has different background and experience accordingly. So my experience was really good, and I really enjoyed working in Qatar. So that's about all the advantages. So let's focus on disadvantages. So no country is perfect, and obviously Qatar is also had some shortfalls. So the most common negative disadvantage of being to work in Qatar is, there is no permanent residency or citizenship opportunity. See, I work in Qatar for more than 8.5 years. If I would have spent that much time in Western country, I would have got the citizenship easily, because any country in Western country, if you stay more than 4 years or 5 years, you get passport of the country. But that's not possible in Qatar. So that was a major drawback. The visa we get is a work visa. That means you are bound with your work, and the day you resign from the job or you retire from your job, then you have to find. And if you resign, that means you are going, so that's fine. But if you lose the job due to some circumstances, and that means you have to find another job, another employer within certain period of time. That is mostly it is 2 to 3 months. And if you don't find within 2 to 3 months, then we have to just go back. There is no other option left for us. So back when I was in Qatar, I would have already easily stay back there and retire at the age of 60, because many people retiring there join service in their young age, and they work throughout their life and they retire at the age of 60. So that was also easily possible option for me, and I would have done that if I wanted to. But I decided some different track, and I can talk more around that in the next vlog. So this is one disadvantage. Another disadvantage was that there were certain positions which were, there is salary difference between the people from different countries. So, for example, if you're coming from developing country, the salary was mostly similar. But if you're coming from developed country, the salary was little bit high for that. So even if you're from same qualification or same experience, and if you're same designation, but the salary difference was there. So that was another drawback. I felt, but for me, if I compare my salary back home and what I was getting there, I am fortunate that I was getting that salary. So for me, it was gain, it was a huge gain. So I have really true respect towards Qatar government, because whatever I could achieve in throughout these years is because of Qatar and the experience that I had in Qatar. So really, they help Qatar government, the policies and protocols in that hospital, the staff, the leadership, I believe leaders from that hospital really helped me to achieve whatever I could achieve while working in Qatar, and also after that. So I really have true respect and lot of honor towards Qatar. And if you are getting a chance to work in Qatar, I think you should, the advantages overweigh the disadvantages. For me, for you, for if you are in same situation, you can wait. You can see which one is more benefit for you, and your decision might be different than mine. But I felt my situation was changed because I work in Qatar to great extent. So I feel that Qatar government, if I don't get that job, I would have working in government sector. So that's all, guys, from this vlog. Continue to watch my videos, and in next vlog we will discuss about what are the options I had in front of me before I confirm the decision to move to Australia. So that's all, guys. Thank you for watching my content. If you like the content, please do hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Bye for now. Signing off, Ashit Badnapurkar.